guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Thursday morning here in the OnTheQT headquarters. I decided to grab a large coffee and take a seat in the now called filming chair in the office. So today I decided to do a new video with you guys. I suppose I get asked a lot of questions about OnTheQT and how it all started. So that's what this video is about. So it's going to fill you in on how OnTheQT started, a little bit about my background, and also the future and where OnTheQT is going from here. So first up, my background, I did a course called TV, Radio and New Media Broadcasting in the IT Tralee. It was an absolutely fabulous course. It was very hands-on. The lectures were amazing. They always kind of made you think outside the box and pushed you a little bit outside your comfort zone, which was great and what you need. And also there was a huge focus on entrepreneurship in the college and in the course as well, and that's what I loved about it. I suppose I came out of the course obviously wanting to get experience in the industry, but also I felt like, oh, well, maybe I can set up my own business. Maybe this idea I have will be successful. I'm going to give it a go. And that's what I loved about the course as well. It gave you the confidence to set up your own business if that is what you wanted to do. So for me, when I finished college, I was working throughout college as well. I suppose for me, I felt I always needed to get as much experience as I could, and because our industry is very hands-on industry, that's what I did. So I had my name down for kind of runner jobs, all this throughout college, for different shows that were aired on RTE and TV3. And then throughout college, I worked on a live kids show in RTE Cork, which I absolutely loved. And that kind of gave me a love for live TV and broadcast. So after college, I also applied for a job on a live daily show with RTE, and I worked there. So I also then had an idea from college for OnTheQT. So I pitched the idea to Ignite in UCC, which is kind of like, it's an incubation centre where they help you with lectures, they give you office space, they give you mentoring, advice, a little bit of funding. So they take on, I think, 10 businesses every year. I think now it's a new program. I think they take them on twice a year. So I pitched the OnTheQT idea that I had to Ignite. I got accepted. So I started Ignite while working in RT at the same time. So it was great because I had the creative side from the IT Tralee, but I needed a little bit of an extra push with the business side. So it was great to allow me to be able to mix my creative side and my new business skills together to create a business. For me, I had an idea in college. It's obviously not what OnTheQT is today. It changes an awful lot as you go, and you have to be able to adapt. So for me, I love to travel. So I became a camp counsellor in the Cape Cod Sea Camps, which is just outside Boston, probably an hour outside Boston. I thought sailing for the summer. I went over with one of my best friends. It was an amazing summer. I actually was there before as well and loved it. But what I noticed was that people thought that like we actually had leprechauns in Ireland running around our gardens nearly, and it was the typical Irish things that they thought of. So when I came home to Ireland, I kind of realised, okay, there's so much here that people don't know about. So I wanted to showcase the places that I love, the places that I fall in love with, and showcase Ireland the way we see it. So exploring through the eyes of the locals. So OnTheQT set up as a platform to showcase places throughout Ireland, and I grew that through the Ignite program. I suppose I personally firstly didn't think it was a blog. I kind of was pitching a kind of a subtle advertising, that kind of a platform for it, and it grew over time to become more kind of the blog style. And what I loved is I was able to showcase my personality. I didn't have to showcase my whole life, which I loved, but I was able to showcase my travels and bring followers along on the travels with me. So I suppose with OnTheQT, it grew quite naturally. We had followers from all over the world, but a lot of our followers obviously were Irish. So that's what I loved about it. people that were Irish and actually moved abroad for work or for experience, they used to email us and say, oh, the blog makes me homesick, can I send you content from where I am in the world? And I of course said yes, and it kind of grew quite naturally outside of Ireland, and it kind of grew quite naturally the way we wanted it. We wanted it through the eyes of the locals, and Irish people abroad had become locals in their town, their city that they were living in, and they were sending us content from their new home. So it really grew quite naturally. Obviously, the growth of the business then grew through working with different brands, through content creation. As you know, we do a lot of content creation, and it's all about thinking outside the box. If you saw the videos that we did like 4 years ago to the videos we're doing now, they're so different and it changes so regularly. So you have to you really have to kind of be on the ball all the time. You have to be thinking outside the box. You have to be a step ahead. And with digital marketing, you can't get comfortable. And if anything, I learned in business that when you do get comfortable, then is the time to push. It's the time to push even more, to go for it. So if I ever feel comfortable, I kind of give myself an extra push to grow the business even more. So it has been a great journey with OnTheQT, and I'm so excited for where it is going in this year, 2018. It's very exciting. I feel this is the year it's really, I suppose, last year it really took off, and this year I'm even pushing even more. We've some really exciting projects coming up. We've a lot of series from all around the world. We've lots of travel. We've just so much content. We're growing as a team, and we're growing by working with different brands, and we're traveling, we're doing what we want to do. We want to create content for you guys all around the world, and it's really exciting to be able to do that and to see the brand grow from just I suppose a Cork brand to a more kind of a national brand to an international brand, and having followers from all over. So it's very exciting. So I suppose for me, I loved travel and I loved creating content, and I mixed those two things together to create a business that I love and I cherish and I have a huge passion for. So I would say if you guys are thinking of setting up a business, it doesn't just happen overnight. So many people think that, oh yeah, you pitch an idea and you get a yes and that's it and off you go. No, ideas, like, we're working on things for the past year and a half and they still haven't happened yet, but I still believe they will happen. But things don't happen overnight, and you have to understand that. So first thing I would say for advice wise with OnTheQT is things don't happen overnight. People aren't lucky. Luck, I think, doesn't happen without hard work. So that would be one of my key things that I would advise you. If you're going to set up a business or a blog or whatever you want to do, you're not lucky. Luck doesn't happen without hard work. So be prepared to work hard. Another thing is I could not do what I do if I didn't have a passion for it. I have a huge passion for travel and a huge passion to create content. So that's where my passion is, and I couldn't do this without having that fire in my belly with what I love. So whatever you pick to do, whatever you think, if you want to set up a blog or if you want to set up a business, if you don't have a passion for it, if you don't think that you can spend all day, every day on it, then don't go for it. Because if I honestly believe if you don't have a passion for it, you won't succeed. It's long hours. Like, you're starting at 7 a.m. and you can be going till 1 or 2 a.m. Like, you work right through, you have your dinner, you go back to it. But if you don't love it, that's very hard to do. So that's why I say that's another little piece of advice. And another piece of advice would be just go for it. Like, what are you waiting for? Life is short. Create a job or a business that you love, that you absolutely cherish. Life is short, and do what you want to do, you know. So that would be one of my other key pieces of advice. And going on to the future of OnTheQT, I'm actually so excited for it. It's really taken off the past year, with the Red Travel Show, with so many projects that we're working on that I'm bursting to tell you guys about. I really think this is something that's just going from strength to strength, and I cannot wait to bring you along on the adventures this year with us. We have so much planned, we've so much growth that we're growing towards this year as well, and I cannot wait to bring you along with us. And we're growing our team, we're increasing our content, we're growing the brands that we're working with, we're creating content and online series and series all over the world, and it's just a really exciting time. I suppose this is something I've been building up to for the past few years, and it's finally all happening. It's like the jigsaw is all coming together, and I'm really excited for it. So I just want to kind of end the video here. I don't want to keep it too long. I don't want to bore you. I have a tendency to ramble. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it kind of gave you an insight into the real life of OnTheQT, and the passion that I have for it. And I gave you some advice too if you're thinking of setting up a business or a blog, or you want to change the direction of your career path. So thanks a million for tuning in, guys. We'll have more videos coming soon every Tuesday and Thursday. So I hope you really enjoyed it, and please subscribe. I'd really appreciate if you subscribed. And if you've any questions, just comment below. I might do a Q&A video down the line. So ask any questions there and I'll answer them in that, and I'll reply to you as well. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.